What's going on, guys? DoorDash here. So I wanted to do a follow-up video to yesterday's video and expound a little bit on some of the areas that I got some questions on and just kind of go over actually yesterday's stats. I didn't film or do a ride along or anything like that, but I wanted to go over using that exact same method, strategy, approach, whatever you want to call it, and go over exactly how it worked for me and just show you how powerful it can be when you focus on the right amount of orders. And I'm going to be honest, I mean, the numbers I'm going to share with you did not seem like it was going to turn out that way, because there was a lot of waiting. There was a lot of times that I was trying to find that right order that I was absolutely tempted to just say, you know what, I'm going to throw the caution to the wind and let me take one of these $7 orders that I know isn't going to go anywhere. I'll take that $7 one item order or 2 item order that, you know, has a probably less than 20% chance of really having a hidden tip or hidden tips that's substantial enough to do what you needed to do with the order. So I wanted to just get into some of the numbers and go over what my goal was yesterday as I discussed it. And hold on a second here. We got a Chick-fil-A order. I'm actually on duty right now, and that is a atrocious order. I'm not going to do that. And again, you know, you got to just not let these little waits and lulls and downtimes get in the way of what you're trying to do. So anyways, yesterday, my goal was simple. I had a whole day to work. I knew I was going to be able to work with some breaks for most of the day. So I said I wanted to do 20 orders at an average order value, not order value, but of an average ticket amount. And by ticket, I mean offer amount to me, for revenue purposes, of $10 or more. And we didn't get the 20. We actually ended up doing 16 orders yesterday. We fulfilled 16 orders, and I ended up bringing in $212.39. And that was over a period of time where I had the app running for 8.85 hours. Basically probably about 8 hours and 50 minutes. That does not mean I was working that entire time. That means the app was running. That means I was available to take orders at that time. But it does not mean that I was working that entire time. My work rate, the real number that really matters, I was working for the apps 6 hours and 19 minutes to get that money. So that gave me an average delivery value for the day of $31.94. So I made $34.94 an hour while I was working. And it covered me while I wasn't working, while I was running errands, doing things for the kids, but I had the apps on, of $24. So that's phenomenal. I mean, really, when you think about that, I was getting paid to do nothing. I was getting paid to watch a YouTube video. I was getting paid. And to me, I look at both of those rates, with the most important thing being, what was I getting paid while I was doing actual work? Because I value that time. If I'm going to work for you, if I'm going to go do something for you, or, you know, as a DoorDash or the customer, I want to make sure I'm doing it at a very fair rate and a very fair amount of compensation. And I'm not just going to go to work for nothing. So, that meant I had to hit the decline button quite a bit. I ended the day with a decline, with an acceptance rate in AR of 16% for DoorDash. And I worked for an assortment of vendors yesterday. I worked for DoorDash, Spark, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Okay? And the most important stat is my average order size, okay, was, let's see here, $13.27 per order. And that's in my opinion, a very, very strong average order size. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I had what I consider to be my base amount, which would have been $160. And by focusing on maintaining a $10 or higher amount through either extra hidden amounts that the app wasn't showing me, or just plain taking finding that order that came in using driver utility helper or Maximo, finding that extra amount because it just made sense. I got offers that were very strong, and let's see here, the strongest, I got offers ranging from $23 to everything was there was 2 times that I took orders that were 3 times that I took orders that were under $10. One of them was a multi-app stack, or not a multi-app, but a multiple stack, and I took it because I was adding it to a Walmart Spark that was already there, which I had for $25. And I was adding that on top because I was able to get it done right before. So I went ahead and took it, essentially making it like a $37 hour. And those were for $5.75 and $7. And one of those turned into an extra 78 cents. And then at the end of the day, I had taken an Uber, or accepted an Uber for $12, ended up at an area in the market that I was expecting to pick up this Subway order and leave and go back down and deliver it. And guess what? They canceled on me, which Uber Eats does. Our customers do that a lot in my area. So I was sitting there, and they gave me an opportunity. There was a Dunkin' Donuts across the street, and they said, I normally don't like to deal with it, and they gave me a $6.25 offer, and that was going to get me to, where I wanted it to be. And I went ahead and accepted it because it was going to move. It was going to move me across the market. I figured it would be ready, and I just figured it financed my miles back. I was kind of pissed off that I'd driven all the way down there, and Uber doesn't pay you if they cancel it and you don't call support. Even when you do, you get like $1. But anyways, it ended up being closed. I ended up getting a free $3, and then I ended up getting an Uber Eats for $15 to go back from where I came, and that ended up being my final order of the night. But anyways, my point is, I maintained making sure that I did not agree to work for less than $10, okay? And I just made darn sure of it. Or, in this case here, I did do one $7 order to Panda Express because I thought, well, it looked like there was an item count, and knowing from what I know, Panda Express will, okay, so here's an interesting thing. No, sir. Yeah. And see, this is an instance that you don't want to get caught at. It's a $6.25 order. Dunkin' Donuts, 3 items. And it is going 1 mile. Some people would pick it up, but I know this Dunkin' Donuts is terrible. And I know I'm not getting more than what I'm getting. And I can look down there and see that the Dunkin' Donuts has a drive-through line. You can't even get into their parking lot right now. So that would be a suicide mission as far as destroying order value and wasting your time. Now, I know it's breakfast, and this is when I like to come out and film videos and things, but, you got to stay away from that stuff. And to me, if I don't get anything, in probably about 10 minutes, I'll start heading in the direction of my house. I have to go pick up my other son who had a late football game last night, take him up to school, and it's fine. My goal today, before I had to go get my son, I was hoping to find 2 orders, basically $20. That would total $20 before I had to take him up to school. And if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've got Spark working for me. I've got Grubhub working for me right now. I'm actually on a Grubhub shift, and Grubhub has sent me nothing. So I might even reach the hourly guarantee. I don't know. They haven't sent me anything that I know of or have seen. So, anyways, guys, back to what I was talking about. I apologize. I went off on a tangent, but the Panda Express order, like I said, I thought I saw some potential there, and it ended up being extra by 25 cents. So I got burned there. But what I, you know, and even got burned a little bit. It was one of my worst order values of the day. That wasn't inside of a stack. And, you know, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes you do that. You take your risk. But at the end of the day, I ended up with $212 for the day. So I cannot argue with that. I'm not unhappy with that. I think that's a very solid number. And I did it in 16 orders. And here's the beautiful part. I had to do quite a bit of driving yesterday for the apps and for my kids, right? As I mentioned, we had football games, we had school, we had this, we had that, practices, etc. I was able to essentially turn on the apps, head in the direction I needed to go, and find orders that put me picking up an order and delivering it on the route to where I was heading. Meaning I was able to make all of my personal miles become business miles, make money off of those miles, and monetize those miles. I drove 178 miles. Some of you might say, wow, that's a lot of miles. And yes, it is. Now here's a trick right here, right? They want me to deliver that. They're sending me a $12 stack right now to try to get me to deliver. And that's 2 orders, right? What did I set out? No. 4 items, I recognize it. There was 3 items in that Dunkin's order. No, sir, we're declining. Order too small. Some might say, wait a minute, you're declining $12 for 4 miles? Yes, I am, because it's $6 a piece. Because I still got to go down to that drive-through, and I've got to get through that parking lot. And I've got to go deal with an inefficient business that I know is going to waste my time. So yes, every time. I'm going to force DoorDash to separate that Bob Evans order out if they want me to do it, and show me what they want to show me on that, or maybe group it together with something else that makes sense. It doesn't, there's going to be more likely than not a low chance of enough hidden tip that DoorDash isn't showing me on these orders. So therefore, it will not be worth my time. And you've got to make these calculations. You cannot get desperate out here. You've got to understand, give yourself enough time to work, give yourself enough time to sort through orders, have faith in your systems. And by the end of the day, and today is a 12-order day. My goal is to make $120 today. I do not have the whole day to work. I'm going to have some lunch time to work. I'm going to have some dinner time to work. And my goal is to fulfill 12 orders at $10 a pop. I'm not going to waste any of those orders. I'm going to have faith that I will be able to get to those orders eventually. And I'm not going to waste the miles on orders that are not going to get me where I need to be at, and have 2 orders of my 10 down and realize I got to fulfill 14 orders today because I'm averaging $7 an order. Not going to happen. Here comes Chick-fil-A. Let's see what we got. Getting a little bit better. 856 items. Now we're talking heading in my direction that I want to go. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this order because guess what? 6 items for Chick-fil-A, $8.50 tells me there's a shot, a very good shot, that I'm looking at a hidden tip order. So anyways, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. That's where we end this video today. And this is just kind of an update expounding on it. I'm $1.50 off. We'll see how this goes. And we will come back in and track this order right now live time to see if we hit $10 or not. Or if I made a mistake. I believe, based on what I'm seeing here on this order, and again, I do need to head home, so this will, at a very minimum, it's a $21 order. That $8.50 is telling me that probably this is a $3.25 base pay. For some reason, DoorDash has increased the base pay on a lot of orders in this area. But it's telling me there's probably $3.25 base pay, or maybe there's $2.50 base pay and $6. But there are a lot of people that tip $10 around here just to deliver your food. Yesterday, I had a McDonald's order that I took for $10.25 that was going like 5 miles. And I took it simply because it was slow. I hadn't gotten an order in a while, and it met my standards. And it was almost $2 a mile. It was like 5.8 miles. Went in, grabbed the order, had to wait a few minutes. Guarantee you some people, some Dashers would have never touched that order and it was an incredibly generous order in the end. It was a $18 payout, $15 tip, and there was only I think it was $26 worth of food. So, and it was a great neighborhood that I knew had good tips. And I'm not in great neighborhood, I'm not talking rich neighborhood. I don't look at it like that. It was a neighborhood that has had people that tip well before, and normally you can kind of see it develop certain places, certain areas. You can just tell, have more appreciation for what we do. Anyways, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to jump in here and go get this order, and then I'll be back to update you soon. And then we're in today's video with this order's conclusion. So you'll see me once I'm done delivering the order, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm back in the car. We're going to go ahead and complete this process here. Complete delivery. Confirm. Moment of truth. All right, so there was some hidden tip, but we ended up $1.25 short of the goal. So, which is okay. We're going to go ahead and log that. And we will go in. It is 8:07. 8:07 a.m. And then we will go in and log our miles. 56,391. We'll hit that right there. And then we got 225 and 650 base pay. So not a bad tip overall for the $20. They tipped like 30% of the value of the order, but honestly a little shy of what I thought it was going to turn into. So let's look at order value there, $30.88. So what we lost in money, we made up in order value if we could find another order. All right, guys, so I'm back here outside of my phone. So let's wrap this up. Obviously we didn't hit the $10. This happens sometimes. And I'm okay with it because it's a morning breakfast run. It's actually heading in the direction of my house. So it covered about half the miles I needed to get back, and I need to get back to my house here shortly. Anyways, as I mentioned, I have to take my son to school who is signing in. And this gives me an opportunity to be up here in another section, another zone, and see if I can find, you know, orders. I'm running Uber right now. I'm running Grubhub. I turned on everything. I've got Spark running, although I don't think I would run back down for the Spark run, although there is a Walmart by my house that I would potentially go for. But the point is, I've got options. I now know without a doubt that I've got to find an order at some point today, right, out of the next 11 orders, that I've got to at least have $1.25 extra on. I'm pretty confident I will. So the key is here, yeah, we got burned a little bit. I didn't end up with as much money as I wanted out of the order. I took a chance, and yeah, it was a higher risk chance because it's breakfast time. It was a lower ticket amount, and I thought there might be something extra in there. I wasn't sure if it was going to be $2 extra or not. But the point is, it put $8.75 up on the board. So I wanted to accomplish 2 orders today. I'm going to see if I can find another order up. I've got a couple places up here. We've got a Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. We've got, you know, definitely enough restaurants in the direction I'm heading that could potentially find me something. I've also got my Grubhub guarantee going on right now. Not that I depend on that, but that's worth another, at least right now, $14 to $15 if Grubhub doesn't send me something. Although I believe they will send me something. I've just got to be patient and wait and then see what that is. And the only problem is that normally what they will send you is, it will be wacky. It could be a 22-mile order, but but they will just send it to you because they'll know that if you don't take it and accept it, your acceptance rate won't be 90% like they want it to be in order to get the guarantee. Although, like I said, I don't worry about the guarantee because it'll be what it is for the entire day. So I'm sure I'll get a Grubhub order that I may not like today and probably turn it down, and then it is what it is. Anyways, the point is, you know, you gotta try to maintain your standards. And I feel good about where we're at, because if you look at the average order that I saw up until that order came through for Chick-fil-A, and again, there isn't a lot of selection out there right now in my area. There's like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. Not to say that I couldn't have possibly gotten something out of those, but the average order I was seeing was probably in the $4 to $6 range, and I ended up with double that. One order in about 4 miles, 5 miles. I think it was about 4 miles. So, hey, I'll take it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. This was just a follow-up from yesterday, just talking to you, getting you thinking. This may not work in your market. I am in a low to mid volume market. And again, one market I work in Charlestown is a low volume market. This would probably be a low to mid. So it would be Hagerstown. And this is just how you have to work it. You know, for me, you have to multi-app. One app in this area will never support everything you need. And DoorDash is sending me something as we have crossed this line into this area. To where now I'm in range. And now DoorDash will bombard me with orders. We're going to go ahead and submit that. Boom, turn down. They sent me a 525 order, and they're going to do that. They're going to now start hitting me with orders as I come into the area, and you're going to have to sort through them. And they're going to assume that right away I just drove, and DoorDash is trying to learn what I'll do, and they say, hey, would I accept that order coming right in? So that's what they're going to throw up. Now they're going to give me a slight pause, play games with me, and then they're going to probably send me another bad order or two. And then eventually they'll send me a halfway decent order. And see if I'll take that. Hey, you just had to wait 5-10 minutes for an order. We're going to hold out. I'm going to see what Spark will throw at me now that I'm up at in front of a different Walmart. See what else comes up. See if Grubhub wants to get in the mix. But remember, if I go take one of these small orders, the issue at hand is then it puts me in a position to where then I have to either find another, which I know Grubhub's low volume, Uber Eats is low volume. You're not going to get 20 Uber Eats in a row to pick from. So therefore, it's a low probability that I'm probably going to find something that's heading in the range of the DoorDash order. So once I go ahead and allocate my time to DoorDash, then I have to either take a cancellation, which can hurt my eligibility for some programs and things. You know, take a cancellation on DoorDash, or you know, go fulfill my time working an order for way less than what I need, thereby meaning I'll probably have to do an extra order at some point today. And there it is, guys. Anyways, getting a little long-winded here, but I think hopefully if you're in a big market like mine, if you're in a market that's got a lot of miles, that the volume isn't in the range of a metropolitan area, I feel like this has been the best way to work, and it kind of incorporates everything. You want to pay attention. You want to use order value, especially during the busier times, and if you're in a position where you can start stringing together orders, you want to try to do it. Again, here we go. 5 miles, $4.75. Oops, looks like I did miss a delivery opportunity. Decline, order too small. What the heck, man? I don't understand. Oh, there it is. Oh, that wasn't the Taco Bell order. Okay, so they must have sent me a Taco Bell order. And then we got a Spark that came through, but it looks like it went away. Anyways, guys, this is just an effective way to do it, you know, and work and bring it all together, and, you know, just kind of hopefully make your money that you want to make. So Anyways, guys, I will be talking to you later. I'll come on with another video soon. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Give me your thoughts. If you happen to see this video, if you're new and this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And guys, I'll be talking to you soon. And thanks for watching.